Okay, so okay, hi Leong-Chin.
Hi.
Okay, yeah, can you share with me in this sharing session, right? What was it like before you worked with us? It was back in 2018, 2019,
I,
2019, right?
I think it's 2019, yeah.
2019, yeah, early
Quite some time
2019.
back. Yeah, time
Yeah.
flies.
How was it like? What were things like back then?
I think back then we are very very small, and then we have like almost totally no clue like how like Facebook social media ads like work. We have zero knowledge back then, like how we should even like play the game, for example. Yeah, so we are confused and like lost at the same time. Yeah, that was
Okay.
like how back then we initially started. Yeah.
Okay. How were you getting sales back then? Purely organic referrals?
We are getting sales like from various channels like release in Carousel, release in the marketplace. We have our own website. We run a couple of ads, but it didn't turn out very nice because we are just like trying things out here and there, and things weren't really like organized and systemized in a way. So we are just like throwing money around and hoping that something like
Okay, okay. Still was
yeah.
29, okay, okay. So what do you think is the let's say operationally wise, is it very different back then compared to now?
Operational wise,
Yeah.
um, in terms of which area, sorry.
Like for example, like delivery, sales, or pushing your marketing. Are there
Okay,
any
okay.
big changes?
There are a lot of changes actually. So back then, when we are really really small, um, um, logistical issue is not really a problem because we didn't have a lot of sales in back then.
Mm.
But the main problem is like reaching out to people, getting more people, to know more about us. Yeah, so that was the bottleneck back then. And yeah, we actually really we did everything ourselves. We did like the deliveries and stuff, everything ourselves. So back then logistical is okay. It's the marketing side that really need a push. Yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So what was it like? Maybe you can share me. What was it like in terms of you were leading the marketing, right? So what was
Mhm.
it like pushing for the sales? Was like of course you guys were running promos, etc. etc. How was it like?
Then
Yeah.
um back then was really not so organized. A little bit messy, I would say. Yeah, because when we are small, we just like we do everything ourselves. We do the website, we do the banner, we do reach out to people, we engage in working customer, and then that wasn't really a so-called a proper platform to reach out to people, our target audience, with like lesser amount of work, for example. Yeah, yeah, because when we list products in marketplace like Shopee, Lazada, Carousel, whatever, right? And then there are inquiries, and then we need to reply them. We need to like try to convince, rather convert them to customer through all those like inquiries. So back then was like very manual. Everything was like done individually. Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't really organized.
Okay. So what about like right now after my team came to help? What was the biggest difference that you saw?
I think the biggest difference is like because we know that marketing, reaching out to people is like the main bottleneck, and we wasn't really sure like how to go about doing it. Uh, I think in the beginning it was very much of a relief. Sense, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because we engage you and then we know that you'll do well, and then we sort of like understand or trust you that this part of the business can be operated by itself
Mm.
and reach out to more audience. So this part of the puzzle is settled in that sense. So this gives us the confidence to really work on the other aspect of the business where we can put more time and focus on. Yeah,
Okay.
so you came in, I think, at the right time where you give us a lot of assurance that we can move up to the next level.
Mm. Awesome, awesome. So what was the like 2019? What was the rough tipping point or breaking point? Is it COVID?
Uh,
Was it COVID?
Uh, it was 2020 though. In terms
Oh,
of
2020.
sales,
Yeah, yeah. 2020. Yes.
yeah, yeah, 2020 it was somewhere around of February or March, somewhere around there. Yeah, when the sales really like spike up,
Okay.
and we went to like extremely uh insane beast mode, something like that. Yeah, it's like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was
because
it
we
like
wasn't.
internally? Yeah.
Huh? Oh, internally it was like
Yeah.
it was chaotic, but in a good way because
Okay.
we didn't expect the sales to come in. I remember back then where circuit breaker just about to start, the people just keep rushing in to buy. They even like buy the displays at the showroom because they are so
Okay.
like desperate. Yeah, and yeah, so that was just the beginning of everything. Yeah, so and after that sales pick up, and then that's the we'll just start to stabilize, and it's a good problem. I mean, on hindsight now. Yeah, so back then there's like a huge challenge because we really didn't prepare for the spike in volume in sales,
Mm.
and we didn't really like have a proper system, even proper manpower, or everything is like just not in place yet at that point of time. Yeah, so we have to like manage the deliver the fulfillment, the delivery side of things, and at the same time trying to like sort out internal processes and things and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember there's one point in time that was like, it keep the orders keep getting sold out, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
That-
few months actually that the orders like kept it was like out of stock. Our website is like we have a website but then everything is out of stock. Then we are running based on like pre-order. So it's kind of like it's like are we sure you want to run it?
Okay.
But I mean we still run it because there's like orders coming in. I
Yeah.
mean yeah, things are looking good. Yeah, just that the production physical product wise, right, is not able to keep up with the demand, especially in the beginning. So it was a very um was an interesting experience, really.
Interesting. Okay. How did the increase in sales or spike in sales during March, how did it affect the other parts of the businesses or the other parts of the business?
I think as a business, everything links together, right? Because if you're
Yeah.
in any business, if your top line increase, your revenue increase, I think that itself gives you the assurance, the confidence, uh, to do certain things, and give us the allowance, I would say, to have like more resources, invest in the business. So, for example, we can get someone to revamp the website, get certain system up, or even get certain manpower to come in. So that gave us the springboard or the stepping stone to the next stage where we have like more resources, yeah, to really build the business onto the next stage.
Mm. So once your team had an increase in sales
Mm.
during phase one, phase two, right? So what was the first thing that came to your mind? What was the first thing that you do, let's say, to to do in your business? What's the
To
first
doing
thing
my
that came to your head?
the first few weeks of phase one is nothing but fulfillment. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then after that, it's sort of like the back end stuff where we work together with the manufacturer, how to keep up the demand. Also to really look into the business model, exactly, what we really want to go the company, what we really want to build. Because for us, aside from like delivery to rather fulfillment to customer, right? The thing that we actually focus pretty much on is like the people in the business.
Yeah.
Because back then there's only a few of us. So as we try to like, get more people on board, we start thinking of like how to have certain system in place so that they can work more independently and more efficiently. And also, when you have more people, then you start to think of like how to keep them motivated because people need certain kind of motivation and satisfaction in their
Mm.
work. So those are the things that we thought of when we transit like from phase two to even to now because it's something that back then there wasn't really a, a need per se to really focus on because there's like just few of us. Yeah, so
Okay.
there's a shift in um like building team, like investing in the not just in the business but also like the people in the business as well.
Okay. Has your team grown in size since then? Or about the same?
Uh, we have grown.
Okay.
We try to remain lean as
Yeah.
possible, but we have adding a couple of like full timers and also like interns as well to help us. Yeah,
Okay.
because we are working very closely with SP because we are alumni from there. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool, cool. What's the because I realized your brand APOL, right? has a very good reviews. So what was what's the one thing that you usually focused on apart from marketing that allow your brand to have such a positive review? I mean, I was looking at your website. I mean, many times lah,
Mm,
the reviews all
mm.
5 star and never ending. So what is it that you guys focus on?
We still have a few like 1 star, 2 star like here and there.
That one is
Yeah.
always have one lah. So
Yeah,
the smaller
yeah.
people, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess for us we really focus because marketing is like the front part when you get the customer in. I think for us it's really focused on like the customer on the post purchase kind of service. So we emphasize to our customer service that really need to treat them, well after we may convert back. I mean them to customer already. So we really focus on like what their feedback because for sure we will have like complaints and things like that. So yeah, we try to like resolve them like diplomatically and also like try to like, understand what is causing that, what was troubling them, what is
Okay.
there even in the first place. Could be like delivery, could be could be also maybe some misunderstanding in terms of like maybe let's say marketing message. It could be a lot, all sort of things. Yeah, so we try to go in with the angle of trying to like understand from their perspective. Of course, sure we cannot solve every problem, but then we always try to like think from their angle instead of like our angle. Yeah, because one of the common complaint could be can be actually just like miscommunication. Yeah, maybe for example, a delivery timing that is like somehow when message is passed to them, they didn't get it, for example, for whatever reason. Yeah, so that could be a starting point whereby they um they start to like turn off. For example. Yeah, it could be just like
Okay.
genuine mistake, something like that. Yeah, so we try to like think from their perspective and try to address the issue from there.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool. So like helping, so my if my team helping your side, how does it help you as the co-founder managing the business?
money aside,
As in marketing aside.
marketing aside.
How does the yeah, so I was saying marketing aside, right? So my team basically help your company to with ads and marketing. So how does this help you as the co-founder of APOL?
Um, for us, you took a very important part of the business and you did done it well. And then the other thing I really appreciate what you do for us is actually the value added side of things, whereby in terms of like consultation and kind of things. Because we have quite a few like Zoom calls together,
Yeah.
either like privately like now or together with the team, to really talk about other than like running of ads. Yeah,
Mm.
you mentioned you even like go through like I think a few hours with us like on the religion method and things aside for what you are actually being paid for. And yeah, so that gave us that really built relationship and trust in us lah. So we really love to like work with you and people that genuinely want to help us as a business. So yeah, so I think that really give us some in terms of marketing, right? Back to your question, that really give us some like direction from like some talks and advice that you have given us throughout the Zoom calls.
Cool, cool, awesome. Appreciate that. Okay, Ken. So I think last one to ask last question. So let's say we have people or potential clients that are on the fence, right, thinking whether or not to work with us. Who's this young
Mm.
guy? Uh, what will you have to say to him?
I think to be very upfront to whoever thinking that, oh, you're young guy, because to me, age is really not a criteria to look at people whether they have the credibility or they can do something well for you. Yeah, because to me, because just to share a little bit backstory, but I think I shared with you the other time. It's like when first like before we engage you, because you're young, then this is one of the things that we internally have a discussion. Hey, should I engage him or should I engage like someone that is like have more experience, for example. Yeah, more experience in the in this industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we just decided to give you a shot, and then very I mean it's not very well. So I think really age is shouldn't be the main consideration. What is more important is like the person that you're collaborating with is the person like genuine person like really um look out for you and really value add to you in that sense. Yeah, because you can look for someone that is like very or many years for example, but if you didn't find a synergy, right? It doesn't work. We,
Mm.
yeah. So, having worked with you for like I think 1 year plus 2 years.
1 year plus, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, so really prove that age is really not the issue. What issue is the result? What issue is the process of like collaborating together and the
Mm.
synergy.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
If so, what would you say to a person who's still thinking about it, or have to look deeper into who's Thaddeus? What does he do? What in 1 to 2 sentences? What would you say to him?
Um, I think to clear the doubts, right, you can actually speak to you directly. If not, right, just like challenge you or test you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the result probably will speak by itself.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Okay, Ken. Awesome. Let me stop the recording. It's awesome.